Moving down the calendar in July, going from the All-Star break, 2 weeks later, we're going to talk some deadline. And we're going to discuss a team that we think needs to add at the deadline. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start this one off. A team that needs to add at the deadline, the Houston Astros. You know that the Astros are 3.5 games out of first place in the AL West. A month ago, we thought this team was dead in the water. We thought that they had to blow it up. Now look at them, Dylan. Jose Abreu no longer there. There's a big hole at first base on that roster. I think the Houston Astros should go after Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That makes that team terrifying. Their pitching is coming together nicely. Alex Bregman has figured it out after his earlier slump. Jose Altuve is still.
Your mic cut out. Your mic cut out.
What was the last thing you heard?
There we go. Talking about Altuve.
Oh, I was saying, Jose Altuve is still Jose Altuve. Just imagine if you drop Vladdy Jr. next to Yordan Alvarez in that lineup. Just
that would be torture. They'd win the division.
Yes.
I think they need more. They would need Chris Bassett too, because they need starting pitching.
I agree.
And I'm gonna go out on a limb. Everyone might call me crazy for this take because I've never said his name on the show. I think Trevor Bauer is going to be an Astro in the next couple of weeks.
So we're both on the Astros here.
I do, but I think Trevor Bauer is going to be an Astro. I think he makes his return to Major League Baseball. I think he's going to be an Astro. And I'm saying this on July 1st. I think he'll be an Astro come the deadline.
All right, clip it.
I think he will be there. But yeah, there are many different things here. Looking at the standings, I think a team I'd love to add, and I wanted to say this a couple weeks ago, but I want the Pittsburgh Pirates to go get Luis Robert. I think Luis Robert in the black and gold in center field, because that's all that team's missing. I mean, you put a center fielder out there, man, like Luis Robert, the pitching rotation's solid, the bullpen is good enough. You got a very, very foundational infield there. You got Brian Reynolds in the outfield, Key Brian Hayes, O'Neal Cruz. But you just get that true proven bat. And I know he's injury prone and his average is kind of low this year. But Luis Robert there, that's an affordable contract for the Pirates to do, 7 for $70. And he's just a little bit later in that deal, so he'll have a couple years left to control. It's going to cost him a lot, but I don't think it worries them right now because they got Paul Skeens dealing in that rotation. Jared Jones looks good. There's a lot of pieces there that if they could also get a first baseman too in the offseason, I think that's a team with Luis Robert on the roster. Not only could make them a push for the wild card this year, but they could be NL Central champs come next season.
I definitely see wild card in their future for this season. That's what I see for them. But those are good ads, really good ads. Any more teams, or is that's all you got there?
I think I want to say a team that I think will make a push to where they could be buyers, and we're not even thinking about them right now. I think the Washington Nationals could add a pitcher.
Wow. Okay.
Because you look at, like, the Mets are above them. I don't think they're going anywhere. The Braves are solid, but they've kind of been –
the Mets have been good recently.
I know.
The issue is, what are you buying for? Are you buying for a wild card spot?
Yeah.
Really?
I'd buy for a wild card spot because it gets those guys in your room. James Wood's up. I think he's already up. He's going to make an impact. There's enough pieces there that they could at least compete for a wild card. And I think that the front office shows they believe in that team.
Yeah.
And those young guys will get a taste of the postseason if they get in there.
Mackenzie Gore,
DJ Hers, a couple other pieces in that rotation. I mean, one of the guys I saw over the weekend, that lefty, Mitchell Parker, I mean, they were smoking him around the yard, but his ERA is still intact. He's like 3.4, 3.3. That's solid for another lefty pitcher in that rotation. So maybe they let these young kids ride and it could get them somewhere. You never know.
Yeah. Those are good. I like the idea of the Nationals wanting to compete. You don't see a lot of young teams actually try and go for it and get some experience in the postseason. So I really like that.